But next race, but like this race doesn't matter because next race, Samu can just like pull out a 116, like low 116, 115 maybe, and yeah, Paper can just play well or not.
As we said, this is a best of 3 this time, so that means that Samura1man completely has the possibility to come back and sweep 2 wins in a row from Paper's feet and get to advance in the tournament.
We see the beautiful title screen, and then not anymore.
How to play cutscene, yes. Which teaches you, you can use the rocket to go in Rico 4, I guess. You can use Yoshi and walk on the roof. You can lose a minute to RNG in Pinot 2 by having bad luck with the bullet build in 120.
Oh, you can technically lose more time.
You can lose more than that, dude.
That shrine kinda is horrible. Yeah. Very horrible. But you know what's not horrible? Hopefully yeah. I would be sad if like Samu now just like, I don't know, is tilted and just gets a 119 or something. That would be sad, because even if Samu wins, that would mean that Paper would also play horribly, and that would just be
yeah. I don't know if you're... Oh yeah, go ahead please.
I would not like be able to watch such gameplay then from these runners.
Yeah, I don't know if you're seeing the race chat right now. Yeah, Paper confirming that his RNG was pretty bad. Samu seems to be pretty crestfallen about having played, a bit inconsistently in Pinna 6 and Tuna 4. But here we go again. Here we go again. We can watch these cutscenes again,
So okay, let's introduce the runners to the audience.
Yeah.
PaperarioMS. I don't know where this one comes from. We just got here.
Yeah.
So PaperarioMS, 120 shines runner mainly. Oh.
3006.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let me as well present my co-host, Larvitar, very good 120 runner. He has a 118 in any percent since a week ago.
And now, I can introduce my co-commentator.
Yeah, please do. We have nothing better to do in these cutscenes.
Oh, yeah.
Getting a peek of Paper splits.
That's Sam splits.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
We have the multi-dimensional Samu. We have. We need as much Samu as we can.
As possible, yes. Samu crossing over in the space between. Wow, that was almost exactly the same movement they did there. Okay. In perfect sync.
They're synced. They are synced.
Yes.
That's into Airstrip. That's insane.
Now they prepared this. They're both going to do the exact same movement and get the exact same time in today's run, in the second run. Oh, wait, runner stream will be back ASAP from Paper. In the meantime, Samu is watching cutscenes.
Yeah, we don't really miss a lot from Paper stream, because we will just see a timer and the cutscene again.
Dude, we're watching twice the cutscenes. This is how we are, SMS runners. It's like we really enjoy them to the point that we want to watch them as much as possible. We should create a category that's just like speedrunning watching the cutscenes.
That would just be any person without honey skip. And
no, no, I mean just the first cutscene. You play for 6 minutes and 38 seconds, and that's it.
Oh, that's not a good opinion.
Yeah, I know. I won't have word records. Hey, back on Airstrip now. And Paper's still not back though.
Yeah, Paper's actually having a vacation instead.
Yeah. Mario's tired. He's already, saved speech like 2 times today.
Yeah.
That's enough for, the week.
Or maybe Paper thought this will just be a best of 1.
Yeah.
and just left. He might have started he might have started already. But I'm pretty sure he just thinks this is the best of 1. So Samu wins by default twice. Congratulations to Samura1man for advancing into the final of this NXT tournament.
Samu right there got, I think, a 325 airstrip. To give you an idea, I think the best airstrip you want to get is like a 323, and 324 is pretty good. Pretty decent.
So we see cutscene.
Yeah, cutscenes again,
We haven't talked about the plot of Sunshine, actually, last race. Not that it matters, because the plot literally the same as everything else in
it's the same as last
game. It's the same as last time, I'm sure.
Yeah, we've already commentated over a run. You know the plot. Bowser has done stuff.
We just got spoiled. What the hell?
Yeah, this is, I think, when you get to know if your commentators are qualified for a Sunshine stream or not. Like, we have still 2 minutes and 20 seconds to fill with small nothings as these cutscenes play out, and we get to see the beautiful all-black background behind the prosecutor counter.
Where's this, the courtroom there? You never think about it, but
yeah,
they have to be somewhere.
There's a jail, but there's no courtroom. That's why the justice system in Isle Delfino is, so despondent.
They have one jail, and the courtroom is in the void. Okay. Oh, now everything makes sense. They will. Okay. The reason the background is dark is because it's just dark on Delfino Island. It's easy. That's why they want Mario to get all the shine spines back. They just want an enlightened. They just want an enlightened courtroom, so they can have they can fill in the prison with more blue coins.
Yeah, so Paper is still away, sadly. He is. I'm guessing he is watching our cutscenes as well right now. We are not missing much, thankfully.
What if Paper actually did race fire now?
Now, imagine if he accidentally held X, B, and A for 3 seconds during the cutscenes, and we don't know it.
That's how you skip them, right?
Yeah, you stop watching them.
I think it would be quite obvious though if you actually use race fire, because I think he would be
There's people who don't want to hear about race fire in the chat probably. We don't mention race fire.
Okay. So let's talk about Green Guy RNG instead.
Yeah. Okay. Almost done with these cutscenes now. Just this very nice policeman left. The orange policeman just never does anything in this game. He's always a second fiddle to the blue guy.
Maybe. Do you actually pay attention to the orange police guy?
Well, I usually don't, but now I'm definitely going to next time I play this game and watch this cutscene.
Once you actually casually play this game again.
Dude, I want to do that and just read all of the dialogue from all of the Pianta. There's so much, actually.
In every Delfino state? In every episode?
Yes!
Come on.
Hey.
Do you want to have fast text on or off then?
On, of course. I don't play ever without it off. But yeah, a bit more cutscenes now as Shadow Mario, steals Peach, and stuff like that. Very entertaining. Samu got a very, very solid Bianco unlock. He did the movement.
Okay, so it might be a good idea to like read a little bit of the race chat because Paper is
MIA currently.
Has some issues, and there's I think a thunderstorm
really?
going on. Yeah, he lives in Florida. He lives in Florida, so like I don't know. Are like hurricanes common in Florida? Actually, I actually don't know.
That's,
they might.
you know, that's when having an all EU commentating team is suboptimal.
Yeah, we don't know how likely storms and like anything close to other weather or natural catastrophes.
Oh, Paper says the stream is back.
Is it?
He says it is. Well, we'll focus on Samura1man, I guess. Samu in the second race getting some adequate spider RNG. No issues here. You know, it's rare, but the spider can also... Oh, Paper is back. Good.
Okay, Paper is ahead of Samu. Is he splicing? Is that splice? Yeah, come on, Paper.
He might have done the Delfino Plaza quicker. As you said earlier, you know, now that he has one win under his belt, he might want to not let the race go to third match and just end it as soon as he can, going back for these harder strats. I don't know if Paper would be the type of player to go for to do that kind of
stuff. Maybe he just like turns off his internet to become fast.
You know, he loaded the save state. He's cheated. He's actually on emulator. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's how Paper would think in this situation, since as we mentioned earlier, you know, if this race were to go to like third run, I guess rather, Paper would probably not be at a disadvantage with his 120 experience and ability to play consistently over long periods of time. Both players finishing up Bianco 2 now, gonna go back for Bianco 3 again. And we might see some fast strats this time.
Fast strats, you say?
No, I said fast.
Oh, fast strats. Maybe we see an actual task strat with good RNG, because RNG is really important in this game. And you might have the chance to encounter your spider and go flying.
Oh, right. Who did that happen to?
Oh,
yeah, right. Ouch. You can hit a spider here and I guess save a bit of time with this movement that both our players just nailed. I guess I don't even know if it would be that much faster though.
It's a task strat for a reason.
Paper going for normal movement. Samu also. No full strat today possibly.
Yeah, we see jump dives, rollouts, and yeah.
Yeah, so if you're wondering, on the dark green strip with the cubes, the optimal movement is to do one jump dive followed by 2 normal dive rollouts. All of the rollouts being, you know, the largest possible. I see people do weird stuff here all the time, and this is like 0.1, 0.05, a frame you can easily get by just doing the dives in this order. Oh, I guess changing the order works as well. Like 1 jump dive, 2 big dives.
Thank you, very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this will be a big moment for Samu. Will he mess up the travel skip again? Will Paper mess up the travel skip this time around? Or will both people get it?
I expect both will get it.
Yeah, but like, what if Samu misses again?
Yep, that's a successful travel skip from Paper and a successful travel skip from Samu as well.
But just imagine if Samu messed up travel skipping.
I'm imagining.
Yeah, then we will not see double Bianca Force, and Bianca Force are beautiful shine.
Bianca 4, we didn't really talk that much about it last time, but it is, I would say, one of the big four in terms of complicated movement shines which use flood, and Samu is showcasing how complicated it is right now.
Samu just got really unlucky with a lower spin jump. Something happens.
That's a shame.
You just get a low spin jump for absolutely no reason.
And Paper got the YCAM storage instead of the GWKD there, so both players messing up a bit. Paper's mistake looking less
grave.
Decisive, yeah. Yeah, as Larvy was saying, that first spin we do with this shine, Paper almost falling off the platform, but it's fine, he got it. Yeah, as Larvy was saying, the first spin we do in this shine, momentum spin jump, can give you a lot of varying heights depending on what frame you press the A button to jump. And if you get a very low one or a very high one, you can't exactly do the same movement as you normally do. So you have to use backups basically. And it looks like Samu caught a bad spin here, a lower one.
Yeah. So, do we see the fact strat?
Yes, probably.
We see a fact strat. An actual fact strat.
Yeah, because that's supposed to be a triple jump, right? In the fact strat instead of a spin.
Both works. You can slow a little bit down with a hover and into a spin jump instead of triple jumping because that's easier and still faster. So yeah.
So we're gonna get to see and know what player gets the better RNG right away here, instead of having to wait for Samu to catch up, to do Bianco 5.
Oh my god. Okay, this is already better for Paper than last time.
Yeah, he's not catching a break though. The time save he had from, Samu messing up Bianco for more than he did is already gone. Gets his war. Water management is pretty important this shine. You don't want to be caught without a full tank.
And Samu's PD is going over the wall and Papers.
That's a good.
Oh, basically anywhere from this point on.
Yes.
Kinda,
it can give you. If I remember correctly, that's the second node in the best RNG, but it can also be one of the ones in just bad RNG as well. And he has already had a pretty subpar first set of nodes, and it's going over the wall again.
But over the wall isn't as bad unless it goes to the right. It's not the best over the wall path from PD right now, but it's still decent.
Meanwhile, Samu has not gotten very lucky either. He was a bit ahead on the first PD hit, and now he's back in second position. Oh, but Paper missed his watering of the plant. Yeah, that's not fun. Semifinals for him there.
The watering of the plant.
Yeah, when you water plants with like a, I don't know, a pail. Yeah, so very close here. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Paper having a bit of hiccups. Samu not so much in Bianca 5.
Nope. And very close again.
They being about a second apart. Kind of funny, but kind of not.
One thing I do want to bring attention to that is pretty cool that Samu is doing is, you see how he is doing these kind of, I think they would look strange, I guess, if you don't know about them, setups to grab the shines where he double jumps and ground pounds into the shine from above. That is actually a bit faster if I recall what Sided Williams told me correctly. Because you get the speed from the ground pound going down after grabbing the shine, as well as grabbing it,
yes.
A bit riskier as well, since if you mistime it, you might lose it on top.
this is like possible in I think 3 shines in any percent. Bianca 2,
Bianca 2, Bianca 5, and
5.
Serena 5, yep. That's definitely the shines where he can do it.
And it is a little time save. It's not that significant, but it, like every little bit adds up. And
yeah, if you're wondering why we can't do it in Pin of 4 and no P1, it's because during the shine spawn cutscenes, those shines, the game is not actually frozen, and Mario just falls if you jumped right before the cutscene, basically. So you can't get an early shine grab in those shines.
We kind of have a live comparison of all the GBS strats. Samu getting some bad RNG with the technically fastest strat, but Paper gets does the more consistent stuff, gets it, and Samu's doing the throw instead of Paper just doing the regular thing. So we kind of see they're still about at the same
pace,
yeah. Even though Sam got a way worse coconut than Paper did, and they're still about the same level, because of just like what strats both went for.
Okay, so now we're going to see Gelato 7. Again, I say this is one of those quick kills that is probably one of the ones that I see people mess up the least. It has a good consistent setup here. It looks cool as well, in my opinion.
Unless you go for the instant kill or the really fast strats, which are not as easy. I think Paper could have got it if he went for this, but it's very respectable that he doesn't go for this. Yeah.
No IL quick kill here from either of these players. I think we're gonna see an under the window strat from Samuel. Yeah, he does.
Paper's going for like the weird wall kick that's
a bit faster, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a bit fast, but you can technically do it faster, and it is kind of impossible if you do clockwise spinning instead of
oh, really?
Counterclockwise spinning. Yeah, it's like the one advantage. Counterclockwise.
So, Paper and Samu both getting. I mean, this is good first trumplet, but it's not the fastest trumplet. If you get the other first trumplet, which is usually the bad first trumplet, you can do another strat, which is actually faster. So, you know, our naming schemes are all for these. Paper kind of unlucky on both players getting the same RNG except the trumplet, by the way. Paper kind of unlucky on this third trumplet, though. He messed up a bit.
I don't know what exactly happened. I saw the trumplet go wide.
Yeah, I think he sprayed it a bit early, and like the trumplet turned back, so Paper had to, you know, run after it. And then he didn't go into the water, he didn't pull enough, so he had to finish that up as well. And Samu just got bad RNG, so Paper had an opportunity to save 6 seconds basically over Samu and squandered it.
So what you want to say is Paper could have saved time if he didn't mess up because Samu got a bad RNG.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, so
more auto-scrolling.
Now that I think about it, it kind of was a blessing that Samu messed up Travel Skip and did a different route, because now we have literally nothing to talk about. Because Piantissimo.
Yeah, right. Piantissimo is kind of a boring shine. Yeah, a Paper, you know, going up to the locals, you know, getting invested in the culture. That's what you do on holidays, I guess. Going on the swings, having fun. Fun shine. Yeah. Well, I guess something to say is that Samu did mess up the Bridgewater side a bit, so he is going to lose a bit of time here.
Oh, true.
Yeah, absolutely fascinating. Now we wait.
Yeah, really exciting time. I think Samu got the Pianta 3 IR strat in, I would say, practice right now, so he might go for this.
He did it as well in his first Piantissimo, but he did not go for it either.
We can still hope, even though I'm not too big on
It's a cool strat, you know. And Samu does I was gonna say a strange, but it's a variation on Nanashi movement, I think, where he does spin jump into triple jump onto the mushroom before setting up the GWKD. It looks cool, and I don't think anyone else does it except for him, so look forward to that if he decides to go for it. Paper going for safe again. Samu going for safe as well.
Yeah. All of these boring Pianta freeze.
None of them went for the GWKH on the side of the mushroom. That is a bit sad.
It looks cool, but I actually think it's slower.
No, it's done in IL world record, and Trey told me it's about 0.1 faster.
No way.
Less than that. If less than that. So, you know, it looks cool is the thing.
Yeah, okay, it looks cool. That's fine.
Pianta 4 now, as we said in the first run, some RNG here. Paper gets the worst RNG, and Samu as well, so not gonna make up a bit of time here. Oh, but Paper messes up his Bridgewater side, and Samu messes it up as well. Paper bonks. Samu doesn't bonk. Okay, a bit of time saved from Samu.
Yeah, both having the same path, so like they are. If Samu gets good RNG, we might have got a tie. 25 minutes.
Yeah. Paper releasing the chain a bit late, but yeah, that's exactly why you don't release the chain this late. Sometimes, if you decide not to release it this late, I guess. Let's just say that if you release it too late and then something like that happens, you lose 10 seconds.
Yeah, but if you're fast, then you're fast.
Yeah, sure.
So what we kind of didn't mention last race was if you hold the chain and pull forward, so like in the direction the chomp goes, he just like accelerates or whatever.
It's actually very lenient. Like if you just do it as he's turning and you just hold forward, or like the direction towards the pool, I guess, you'll get it without issues. It's very, very consistent and lenient strat. Samu being doing the bit slower movement again.
I'm disappointed by Samu, but Paper has won my heart.
Yes, Paper is winning our hearts with this sick movement here. Samu, sadly missing the first attempt at Yoshi skip. He got the ledge grab, the ledge get up, sorry. So that is going to lose him a bit of time.
Yeah, he was a bit too left there.
Let's see if anyone is going to get... Oh, sorry. I was going to say, let's see if anyone is going to get early cycle here.
Oh yeah. It's so sad that this secret is just the way it is, because I think...
The starting move
Pianta 5, whoa, okay?
Yep, that's early cycle.
Sam gets currently caked by RNG. If he wins this match, then it's entirely on RNG. No.
Oh my god, look at Paper. The Pianta is deciding to be, you know, quite an unruly lad today, and he has decided to wait for a good amount of time on that first spot. That's really unfortunate, you know. Paper was playing pretty good. And just like that, a bit of RNG just ruins his base compared to Samu's. Yeah, early cycle here saves an amount of time that varies depending on the amount of time the brown Pianta would wait if you did not get it. But like, at least I think it's 15 seconds until like at least you can get
seconds to like really good Pianta.
Yeah. So you can easily lose more of that here.
Like Paper did with that Pianta being a bit lazy, recollecting his energy to walk a little bit more.
RNG God giveth and taketh away.
I think Paper gets taken out by RNG quite a lot.
Yeah, he's not been getting lucky today, man. These, PTs and that group on Bowser, sorry, and this lack of early cycling and this super lazy fat Pianta just not deciding to move, and help him a bit in his cause to save speed. Not very lucky today, but still he is managing to play well. And oh, he is doing the 6-on-6 strat. Did you see it?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but
it didn't say that.
Sam gets a way better Pianta 6 than last time.
Yeah, that was pretty solid, pretty clean. Paper did
quite nice.
Sorry. Paper did.
You can go ahead.
We have the same timings. It's dumb. Yeah, Paper did a cool side flip strat there to spray the 5th Piana after the 4th one. I have been told from a reliable source, Fetch, thank you Fetch, that this saves a very incremental amount of time, and if you do it slow, it might even not save any time at all. So I'm not sure that was very useful for Paper to go for that, but it definitely looked cool. It was unusual, so let's give him points for that. Points for that.
I actually Samu missed the instant kill again.
Yes.
He kind of needs to practice this. I don't know.
It's a one-frame trick. It's a one-frame trick. It's fine.
He should learn the. Is it one frame? No way.
It's not a lot of frames.
Yeah, I know that, but like 1 frame, maybe.
1 frame is yeah. Yeah, Paper ends up saving a bit of time here because this quick kill, people say it's the easiest, etc. But what you've got to consider as well when going for it, or when choosing to go for it or not, is that it actually saves a very little amount of time compared to just getting a fast, normal quick kill. See, like for example here, Samu missed it and he got to the Mario after the fence, whereas Paper was comfortably behind the fence when he dropped him.
Yeah, but Paper didn't go for the bridge water slide for whatever reason.
Yeah, he just kind of spin dove. I don't know. I don't know if that was intentional. Yeah, spin dove. Yeah, sorry, jump dove. I don't know how to conjugate that verb. Both players getting very good, very nice little honey skip here. I think Samu's was a bit slow, but overall that went well.
Usually like Paper is set up for a long time. He went and Samu also like skill save there. No, right. There are some people who kind of go insane with their honey skips. For instance, like Old Faker.
Shout out to Old Faker again.
Yeah, and some people go nuts on Mecha, and Samu isn't one of them right now.
Yeah.
He was last race.
No, actually, it's not his fault. He messed up V-Man tech, I think, which cost him, the first rocket. Still, you can afford to miss 1 rocket, and it's fine. You don't lose much time because like the 5th one is I guess 4th one, but 5th one we get is just in the way. Paper misses V-Man tech as well, I think, so he is going to have to back it up like Samu did. Not going to be able to get perfect mecha.
Yeah, shout out to V-Man. Quite the hero.
Yeah, man. This shine would be so horrible. Even more than it is.
Not even Pinna 1. What you have seen probably from both of them is they usually when they hover slide or start a hover slide, they spray first and then switch to hover. And I'm pretty sure this was discovered by V-Man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, way back in like January 2015, and that made hover sliding so much better.
I can see that. Paper kind of messed up the dive into the shine at the end of Pinna 1 there, so another little incremental time loss for him. So far, no big mistakes, I would say, from both our players. Just, well, that kind of unfortunate Pianta 4 from Paper. And otherwise, just and good, consistent play.
From both of them.
Yes, that Bianca 4 was kind of you know, sad. Blanco 4 is a cool shine though. Definitely high tier. A lot of people love it, and I yelled quite a bit. Paper messing up here, but it really doesn't matter because, as we said, he has to wait at the top anyway, so, you know. Going for a bit of an early spin dive here. Falling down here is a huge shine loss, and I feel really bad.
Usually when you think you're a bit too early, you kind of know when to ground pound, so you just like lose less time.
That's backup.
And if you want to be cool, you can like cancel your ground pound while landing at a more exact, like right below the ground.
Yeah, super
but that's probably just for people who miss cloud cancels in Chroma, like Trey.
First ring.
Shout out to everyone.
We
everyone for literally no reason at this point.
Yeah. Samu getting task route again. He seems to be very consistent. I like his movement here. The normal movement we do here is probably a bit faster, but is also difficult. And I don't know if his version is a bit easier or just looks that way. I will definitely, you know, have to look into that as well. Either way, just a very good play from him here.
Yeah, Samu and task routes name a more iconic duo. Except paper and throwing.
Ouija and task strat. Fake and discovering every single strat in the game.
I just feel shaded paper and you just like over.
I'm sorry.
Just overtone it. That's. I'm sad.
The IL spreadsheet and not having videos for word records. My favorite duo. I love them. Yeah, Paper getting a good classic Pinna 3 here, traditional movement, still difficult. I said earlier, you know, Bianco 4, one of the 4 big shines in terms of flood movement in this game. Noki 1, Pianta 6, and Pinna 3 are the other 3 in my opinion. So, good on him. Sorry, what about Noki 2?
Yeah, what about Noki 2?
I'd say Noki 2 is a bit easier than the 4 of them.
Okay, fair.
Samu just got his cool strat in a 4 to work, so
yeah.
2-second time save from this cancer shine.
Yeah.
Paper is getting a bit. Oh no, it's fine.
Yeah, Paper's fine.
Yeah. I thought the guy on the right was gonna, you know, be a bit more of a problem than he ended up being. Yeah, Paper is fine.
Yeah, this shine is just giving me nightmares, and I think it's generally perceived as a really horrible and unfun shine.
Except by one person.
The exceptions usually confirm the rule.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I have never talked really to someone. Well, I have talked to someone who likes this shine, but most people seem to think that, you know, if it were removed from the game accidentally in a rehydrated sunshine, that wouldn't be such a big deal. First to shift. Samu is going for EYG again. I'm expecting the number of views this time to be twice as many as he should use again. No, I'm messing around.
Oh, I was like, wait, he didn't use 1.5 Cs last time, so I was like...
Oh yeah, 3s too, I guess. He did last time.
Yeah, he did 3 Cs last time. This time he needs 2.
Once through EYG, I'm pretty sure does not actually save. Ooh, that's good awareness from Samu here, diving after, you know, the...
That's a bad angle.
That's a terrible angle. Oh, what an unfortunate ending to this saga from Samu. That's going to be a big time loss. But, you know, he backed up the missed spray very well by recognizing that he had missed it and diving as to not, you know, stomp on these two and kill him. But right after this, he sprays a bit too eager to, you know, make up the time. He sprays early and...
Okay, Paper just was like, oh yeah, that's 2. that will work.
Yes. Oh, Jesus Christ! Paper messing up as well.
Why did? What is up? Come on, Paper.
Yeah, we're seeing a bit of spaghetti here today. In this EYG. No, it's a hard trick, right? And this is why you do want Stu, because you don't have to worry about the two Stus interacting with each other in dumb ways. You just have to clip through the small wall outside and, you know, just walk forward, and then you just have one Stu to worry about. That two Stu strat is known to, like, sometimes give trouble to some players. Samu going for the over the top to the middle OT4M again, and this time gets it without any issues.
Yeah, because that strat is easy. That's
very easy strat. Nobody ever dies on that strat.
Exactly. Last race? What last race? Is this?
It's okay.
Like for the entirety of the race, I don't know where this one by Paper came from.
Yeah.
At the very beginning, I was skeptical, and now I have no memory of last race.
He loaded a safe state on Bowser. That's why he won. and then he got gooped and died to make it more realistic.
So that's the proof call to this device.
Yeah. We'll have to, you know, analyze the audio to make sure he didn't swing. Samu is now going to go for his pinner quick kill again. Last time he kind of messed it up and got it to be a bit slower than the normal kill, I think, so we'll see what he does this time. Oh, by the way, talking about, yeah, again, he's going to fight here.
A lot of time.
Yeah, that's you know, pinner 7, quick kill is pretty fun. Talking about pinner 7 quick kill, let's shout out, you know, one more person, Equivocal Genius, who recently was the first person, I think, to hit the task strat in this shine, which allowed him to get the IL world record by like 1 second, which is insane. Great job to him.
We already covered everyone when we shouted out the entire Central community.
I guess so. Let's shout them out again. Shout out to J Cool for J Cool Dive.
Shout out Sweet for
dying in Counter 2. Shout out to Salty1man for Soggy Skip. The best strat in the game. Oh, kind of a block from Paper here. Unfortunate. Samu, is he gonna do the box triple jump he likes? I don't like box triple jump. No, he does the normal strat. Okay. Box triple jump is a strat. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I remember. I think Samu went for box triple jump last
Box triple jump, that's how you say that, yep.
Yeah.
I think he did too. It's about a 1 second time save, I think. But it is kind of difficult to actually get the triple jump because, oh, Paper dropping a spin. That is going to cost him a bit of time.
It's kind of difficult for Paper to also get spin jumps. Especially in the recent times. He's notorious for having like spin jumps dropped or just missing them. Usually dropped.
Oh, right. Didn't he kill a super good pace 120 shines run because of a dropped spin in Rico 8?
Maybe.
Like December? Yeah. We don't talk about that. So I'm gonna shut up now. Yeah, kind of an unfortunate mistake from Paper. Just, you know, the thing with drop spins that you never know if it's the fault of the controller or the player, because controllers naturally, you know, get worse over time. There's wear around the stick, etc., and that just causes spins to not be inputted sometimes, and that's just a huge shame when it happens in a good pace run.
The only thing that's worse than spin jumps, even with a bad controller, are side flips. But we covered that already.
Yeah, side flips are all part of the SMS movie. I'm glad, you know, we have spins to make up for that, just being an overall way more useful and effective movement option. Samu, oh sorry, go ahead.
I just wanted to say, if this game didn't have spin jumps, it would have been so bad. I think this would have been less
worse, for sure. Spin jumps open up a lot of movement options, you know.
I think. Oh yeah, shoutouts to Rimado and Danny for once doing a race of SMS any percent spin jump less.
That sounds fun.
As far as I know, they both said it was horrible.
Yeah.
As you might have imagined.
Samu messed up the water slide next to the first checkpoint again in this shine. That is kind of sad. Paper didn't know if he had talked to Big Daddy here. That is actually his name. He is the Big Daddy of bloopers. Let's see how... Oh wait, no, maybe Big Daddy is the one outside. I don't know.
Okay.
That's the name of the Pianto man. He's Big Daddy.
Kind of
okay.
not. I disagree with his name.
Yeah, me too. Going into Rico 3 now. Let's see what happens. Rico 3, you know, one of these shines where we like to say it's so easy, it's right. It's literally the IL world record is 15 seconds long. It's very short, very to the point, etc. But you can mess up here. And if you do, you lose a ton of time because you have to go back onto the crane and do that spin again. But Samu, no problems here, showing his, you know, skill at Rico 3. Gets it without any issues. Paper on his trail.
Let's see if he explores the boat again, and he doesn't.
No.
He touches it, but he doesn't explode.
He did do the yeah. That's always scary.
That was kind of high.
Yeah.
On Paper's part, but he still got it. He just doesn't lose a lot of time for no reason.
Back in Rico 4 now, I think this is one of the two shines, along with Rico 5, where the double jump strat is very worked. It is very easy here, well, somewhat easy, let's say, and it saves a good bit of time. It's I hope someone eventually goes for it. I know JJ does it. I don't think we're gonna see Paper do it though. Samu doing just a normal movement here. I am pretty sure he is not going to be able to catch Red Cycle, though. Yeah, not with that spin, definitely not. Red Cycle is kind of risky, though. So, you know, good on him for deciding not to do it in a race. That is probably a good decision.
He still got something like, I would say, fast green cycle.
Yeah, that was good. That was probably like a 31 IL, I want to say. Maybe 38x, something like that. Just still... very reasonable. Only losing 0.8 to world record, which is extremely good in Rico 4, by the way, is respectable.
And has video, I think.
It has video.
Yeah, which is sanity, and like it's okay. I will just explain this. If one of the runners gets a 1:15 in a race, that would be less exciting than an IR world record having video.
Video, yes. Someone kind of messed up his spin there, I think, but back on track. You know, small time loss. Really, it's crazy how, you know, neck and neck these players have been for the whole duration of this race. This one race, I mean, today, this run. We haven't seen any like difference of more than like, I would say 10 seconds, no, maybe a bit more, 15, during the run. Goes the way it's all showing, you know, how consistent and good at the game these people are.
Paper got like a drop spin and then decided to go for like the old strats. It's kind of funny.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Paper's kind of interesting in that sense that he's like a really old school runner. He goes for like some older strats and like knows older backups, but he's like still like a kid at heart. Yeah, when like as you mentioned before on Pianta 2, when he was like on the spring, was playing around.
Swing.
That's pretty childlike.
That's beautiful. You know, that's beautiful already.
Paper still has a lot of youth in his. So that means that he will get 120 world record pretty soon.
Yeah, definitely. Then Archie is going to be taken down. Samu is now in Rico 6. Paper hot on his tail again. Rico 6, as we said, Not a very difficult shine, but two things about it are that if you die towards the end, you lose a lot of time. And
if you miss a coin, then you lose some time.
Yeah. And the camera has a bad habit of just kind of spazzing out when you get close to objects, right? Like if it's not zoomed out, and that can really be detrimental. Paper missing the fourth coin. Is he gonna kill himself? No. Okay, I was excited for the suicide here, but yeah.
You should
not say that.
Your words. What I wanted to say is that both these went for like a little fast strat with like Paper doing it way optimally, Y storage into a like quick rollout on the blooper, which would save a lot of time. Then he missed the red coin, and then you talked about something. Yeah. Rico 7.
Rico 7 and done. No, Rico 7 just not actually the shortest shine in the game. In terms of ILs, it is a 15-second long exactly IL as the world record, which is a bit like longer than the race in Piantissimo in Pianta 2.
Okay.
Still a very short level. Yeah, I know, we have a good amount of useful knowledge like that. Yeah, Paper following up as well. This shine is extremely consistent, and I don't want to say anything is easy here in case someone eventually messes it up, you know, but it is a pretty easy shine.
It is easy. The only reason why you should mess the shine up is you went for the instant kill and failed.
Yes. But I've seen Reed, who goes for this instant kill in rounds sometimes, back it up actually, and getting a kill that is not much slower than the one Paper and Samu got here today. So, you know, even then.
That was a pretty good wall side. It was like far enough that Samu can get like 2 jump dives and be pretty fast.
Yeah, so I think that was a pretty good entry. Now we're gonna see what kind of strat he decides to go for here. My heart is aching for a butt slide. Of course not.
He goes for the calf strat again.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I think it's the fastest non-momentum spin jump strat.
Isn't the strat where you dive, then roll out onto the cube and do a spin with the momentum from the rollout faster?
That would technically qualify as a momentum spin jump. Thank you.
Okay, right. I don't know. I thought momentum spins were like only when you dove into a slope. Anyway, both players.
You would still have momentum, so that would be
okay. You have momentum in a spin jump. I know, like you have momentum in a lot of spin jumps, you know.
Yeah, and not going to lie, like for 1 second I was unsure about if Samu dies or not because he was kind of close.
Yeah, that was a bit close here, but you know, no issues. Consistent play. I don't know if we've emphasized enough the fact that both of these players are consistency. I shouldn't have opened that.
We talked about dropped spin inputs before, and now we saw it major. This is like Paper is doing like slower strats, so this is almost 50 seconds instead.
Yeah, that is just a oh my god, that is such an unfortunate mistake from Paper here because
and I think Paper's.
What is he doing? Okay. Is he killing himself to get the cycle? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that is a hard mistake, man. It takes your mentality down, you know, so much when you make a mistake like that.
You know, JP Pearl, you wanted a suicide, then you got one.
I should not open the knife, man. This is not right.
That was okay.
Another drop spin though. This is the second spin we've seen him drop this race.
And this time way more detrimental. Especially after messing up the FP6, probably because of tilt, and then just deciding that he wants to reset the cycle.
This is a... Whoa, he got a triple jump there. He got probably like either a... What is Paper doing?
He's practicing spin jumps. What was that? Paper?
Paper.
Okay, that is true tilt now.
Yeah, that seems to have affected him mentally a bit. I hope he can, get his mentality right again and manage to. If this has to go to third race, if Samu doesn't make any massive mistakes right now, I hope he can come back to the race. Yeah. Going into Bianco 7 now. Samu is doing Serena 1.
I think last time Samu's match was pretty decent, and this time it's kind of looking. I'm not sure.
Nice. Ping pong match a bit, no? Yeah.
It's kind of bad.
Oh, this is a pretty bad mentor. That first phase was pretty long.
Paper went a bit far. I know what he's doing. He's kind of throwing intentionally this time around.
Paper is on tilt, That's really unfortunate. He was playing very cleanly, I'd say, pretty cleanly. Yeah, up until that really unfortunate Bianco 6 death, and now things are kind of crumbling. And you see just how important good mentality is as well. In speedrunning in general, in these races of course, but in speedrunning in general, being able to, admit that you've made a mistake and move past that is crucial to being able to, outdo yourself later.
So Sam got quite the bad manta. So
yes.
Paper still less than 2 minutes behind, depending on how good his manta will be. And
please excuse me, should we go for a second?
Samu is deep diving into the game.
Yeah,
are you alright there, JP pal?
I'm fine, sorry. Had a bit of an emergency, but it's taken care of.
Okay.
Let's see. Samu going into Serena 2, he does the normal dive rollout strat to get into the hotel. I think it is slower than the strat in which you do, a hover-side rollout.
No, he's going for the hover-side instead. I think this is V-man movement. I think. Don't quote me on that. But
everything is a someone movement, man. I wish there was like a JP movement somewhere.
JP movement?
Yeah.
I mean,
bad joke, forget it. Let's move onwards.
Okay.
Paper is still on Manta. Samu is not doing a butt slide, of course. I mean, I don't even know where I'm pointing it out. I just want to see a butt slide, man. Paper, if you can hear me, please make us all happy. Do a butt slide, like in Serena 4.
The only person being happy then would be you, J-Paul.
Yeah.
And maybe
Snide. Shout outs to Snide.
Yeah, shout outs.
He's already been shouted out once as well in the universal shout out, but oh, Paper going somewhere. That's unfortunate. What happened, I think, is that he got a ledge grab on the side of the stairs and then an instant get up, which automatically changed the angle he was facing. Wait, no, I'm done. That was just a wall jump. What I'm thinking about is yeah, I think it was because like the spin was really low.
I was like not really looking as much, so I thought like, oh yeah, he practiced spin jumps once again because he's kind of tilt, and and it's kind of maybe he has written off this race. He has like a buffer. He has
his one win. Yes, he has the ability to he could technically just completely throw right now, go make a coffee, stretch his hands a bit, and prepare mentally for third race. That is something he could do. Probably not a very good idea, but he could do that.
Exactly. While Simon is just like doing his own thing, getting a run and be like, okay, I will wait for Paper. Okay, I raced like the last 20 minutes by myself.
Yeah, it's practice essentially. But at least if this does go to the third race, we will get a very hype and exciting match because, as we said, both of these players have the ability to take the entire tourney if they win here.
Oh, okay.
Paper getting a ledge grab here that is a bit scary, but he's fine. Practicing his spins, just to make sure he decides to work.
There was one interesting thing. Usually you can't ledge grab out of a spin jump.
Yes. You can. That's also what you do. Sorry, you were going to say something else.
Yeah, but the only thing that's good about them is that you can ledge grab out of a spin jump.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
By the way, not doing 4 momentum spin. And also, thank you for bringing that up, Lorvi. Shoutouts to Sid, not doing Serena 4 momentum spin, It's a hard strat, man. Very, very hard strat,
Sid's okay.
Sid has gameplay world record, in my opinion. Okay.
We have bananas now from Paper.
Oh yeah, he's going for the meme.
Yeah. I'm glad. Now you see the intended. You see the intended Serena 3.
Yeah, intended with YCAM storage food wars.
And Yoshi clips twice.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
now you know why I want to
doing it for the fans.
I'm a fan. Thank you, Paper.
Me too. Yeah, just saying, since you were talking about the sandblocks, canceling the spin, then ledge grabbing is what we do in Nail Strat Noki 6 as well. Shoutouts to Nail Strat. Okay.
I didn't think you would go for this.
I'm going for it, man. I have an opportunity to talk about the best IL strat in the game. I am taking it.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, Paper. At least I'm happy to see him, having fun with this race. That's good. If it indicates, a change in his mentality towards a bit more resilience, maybe. That is very good.
Paper had fun this race.
Sorry?
You really think Paper had fun this race with how many spin jumps he practiced? I doubt it. What about
good practice. If he actually does a butt slide, I'm gonna pop that. He knows I want it, right?
He won't give it to you.
Of course not. He doesn't like it. He hates it. Oh, we see a strange spin there. Okay, it's fine. Works out. Another spin here, loses time since the average speed during a air dive is 48 and during a rollout is 55, so you want to maximize the amount of time you are spending rolling out instead of diving. That is important information.
Yeah, it's that important. Especially since you have no reference to the numbers. So
yes,
you just
right.
Numbers. So totally fine.
Shouting out again the SMS Science crew as Samura1man gets a bump into a fruit into an extra cycle, and Paper gets 2 extra cycles.
Yeah, Samura's not getting carried by RNG anymore. And
I wonder...
you see this beautiful look on the hotel.
Yeah. I wonder where would be Paper right now if he had not decided to kind of give up on the race, If he had not went to practice his spins and stuff like that.
In King Boo.
In King Boo, probably, right? There's what I'm saying is, a death in Noki 6 can easily happen.
Wait, we declared the Noki 6 the easy secret before.
No, okay, a death in Noki 3 can easily happen. A death in Noki 5, if Tantissimo just, goes crazy and, I don't know, does something he shouldn't do. A death can happen from Samu right now. And a death, okay, well, now it's dead, but a death from Samu might have helped Paper. If that had happened, he could have come back to the game. Of course, a death at the end of Bianco 6 is a huge heartbreak. It's difficult to take mentally. It's a big time loss, but no. You gotta have faith in the fact that you can win. Otherwise, you won't.
Especially since Paper has, as I mentioned before, that's my favorite storyline. Paper throwing tournaments.
Paper throwing tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
in Surrender 6 right now. He got a ledge grab on the side of the invisible group. That's nice. Yeah, the group here can, sometimes be here, but actually not be visible. This game is well programmed and fun to play.
Yeah, some people think that the invisible group is JP only.
No,
but the thing is, you just don't notice it at all.
Yeah.
And
on PAL.
On PAL,
yeah.
on NTSU.
Yeah.
NTSU is a bad version anyway.
Just to Oat Flaker and Sided Williams.
Unless you're playing any % challenge mode, then that's like NTSU any %.
Yeah. Samu here got a 2:12.73 or 7. I couldn't see. That's one frame between them either way. Serena 6. That is a bit of a time loss here. Again, if Paper. Oh, going into the okay, he got it. If a 2:22 from him, which is not undoable, would have definitely. Oh, that's the wrong pause screen. It would have definitely brought back, 10 seconds here, 10 seconds there.
Yeah, it's kind of a hot.
That's a reset from Paper. Okay, Paper is fed up.
Yeah, he
Yeah, that's understandable.
Might say my control stick pad fell off. Went to grab another one.
Oh.
Okay.
Really? That is.
That's Paper's words.
Came back, hit reset. I really didn't mean to throw. Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Okay, then we apologize, Paper, for criticizing your mentality when you're 120 legend and have an amazing mentality. Controller issues are kind of sad to have happen in this race, of course.
Yeah, the sad part about this is, if Paper would have won, then he would be in the finals.
Yes.
He would he would get a little bit of the prize money, I think, and he could buy another controller. It's so unfortunate. It's actually unfortunate that.
Yeah, it is. It is very.
Final.
Don't count Paper out yet. There's a certain edge, man. Paper can come back and swoop it from below Samura1man's seat. He's shown that he can do it in the first race. He can do it again. This is not over by any metric. This is going to go to third race. Third run, and we are going to have a very hype and interesting map. Yeah, good Noki 1 from Samu. Noki 1 for trying, And that's to whoever has more record than that.
Ouija?
Ouija, of course.
Of course. The title screen, beautiful. File select also gorgeous. Absolutely. Gorgeous movement by Paper.
Yeah, he's gonna go practice. I was gonna say, he has like 12 minutes to find a way to die on title screen and use it to gain 6 minutes on Samura1man, but not gonna happen. That's
I think he just like gets used to his a different controller.
Yeah. Good idea. How useful that he had a backup controller.
Yeah.
How nice for this race as well. Yeah. Samu is doing his Noki 2 here. He had to hover a bit in a ledge grab, so not very clean. A bit rough around the edges, but still he gets the full angle on the spin dive here.
Yeah, this is like the polar opposite of Samu's previous Noki 2.
Yes.
I mean, wait, what was race?
Yeah. Paper, actually, just gonna take a second to know that, since I think it's pretty cool. He was doing when he was running earlier, like a lot. I don't know if you noticed, backflip cancelled hovers, which are pretty hard to strike, if I remember correctly. Like that's tight on frames. I want to say it's frame perfect, but you know, my knowledge is not what it should be on this, so I'm not gonna say anything. But yeah, that is a like difficult pieces of movement, and he's been nailing them very effectively. You know, he is as well. He has the ability to go technical in his movement if he so wishes. Very well-rounded player.
That's true.
Samu is entering Noki 3, the 8-year shine of our dreams. At least 8 year.
Yeah.
Oh, are we gonna see some boxing one? No.
Noki 3 is actually interesting as a shine since I don't really understand it. And
basically, you know, you hold forward and sometimes hold Y and left.
Also we're that close to the end, and that close to Eel that Samu really wants to finish this race. So
yes.
Paper has a little bit of time to collect himself, which is probably a pretty good thing.
That's very good. Oh, he gets the... Oh, no, he doesn't.
He doesn't get Shine Gate.
No. The cool thing you do in 20. I wanted him to do, you know, box game 1. Box game 1 is a...
Does he miss a shine? Okay,
good idea. Yeah, that's I mean, again, you know, Paper movement on fleek, playing pretty well. Sad that this shine is not in any way, shape, or form relevant to any percent, because otherwise...
Yeah, but it is relevant to 20 shines, and is relevant in bingo.
Bingo. Shout out to messing up, choking, lockout bingo tournaments.
Talking about lockout bingo tournaments...
Is there a lockout bingo tournament going on soon?
Yeah, there's actually an 1v1 Connect 5 lockout tournament.
How fascinating! Please tell me more.
Paper is, I think, 3rd seed in this, and also one of the favorites. That bingo tournament has a lot of really good bingo players. It has the top tiers of the bingo elite that accept it, except Old Faker, who will not go O2 this time around. So once again.
I don't know if you said it already, but Samura1man has confirmed that he wishes to finish his run, so he will not be moving on to race 3 until, well, you know, he's finished playing around in Eel and messing up the entry as he did. But also getting TAS Eel. No, it's funny because if he hadn't messed up the entry, he would have saved time, but because of the entry mess up he had, his TAS Eel just saved nothing. What a good strat.
It's saved over messing up the entry and not getting
I guess so.
I don't want to know what this argument is. Come on, JP pal. You're better than me.
I'm sorry, man. I'm tired. I have exams soon. Yeah, but Paper having fun free running. You know, free running is the national sport of SMS speedrunners, along with watching cutscenes. We're really good at that. And we love them, and we hate skipping them for any reason whatsoever.
Yeah, I said this before once. Well, not this commentary.
You did, but I'm gonna say it again. Oh, sorry, you meant something else. Right, that was all.
But back then, before practice codes were a thing, what runners would do at practice would just be do 1 or 2 shines. And then
I remember.
Free run in Delfino for an hour or so, and then do runs.
That was a good practice session.
It was, yeah, it actually is really underrated because nowadays people are getting spoiled with practice codes. And what I would, for instance, suggest is that at first you just free run in Delfino to get used to that many movement options that you have and that you are provided with.
That's definitely a good starting point, right? Because Sunshine has just so many movement options. Even compared to other Super Mario 64, you have so much depth in your game plan due to, you know, not only having a large array of different jumps, including the spin jump, which is, you know, kinda technical, I guess, kind of advanced strat and very useful everywhere. We do them constantly. but also have all of the flood things. You can do so much. You can spray water, hover. Like I think there's also 2 other things you can do with other novels, but like I play an E%, so I don't know them.
You do use the rocket NASA in Corona.
Oh wait, Samu is in Noki 6, so since there are absolutely no stakes to commentating this, I am going to go wild with cool Noki 6 facts. Okay. Let's go. So here he has to dive to enter fast, but he didn't. So here, this movement is super sick, and you should move the camera downwards as he does, because it makes everything so much easier. Here, he did something slow. You're not supposed to do a jump dive. You're supposed to do dive into rollout, into dive into rollout. Here, you can do something a bit faster, which is, okay, not messing up the triple jump. I'm having trouble coming up with facts. Yeah, okay, that was a red cycle. That was pretty bad. Here, if you're really fast, right here, you can catch what I've heard is called Galapagos cycle, but I don't think it has an official really name, where at the very end of the shine here on the rotating platform that is yellow and green, you do a spin jump onto the final rotating platform, and then from that platform you do a momentum spin and another spin into the shine, and then you get sub 30 in the IL, and that is sick. Paper is doing the Naruto run underwater. That is a cool glitch to be showcasing, Paper. Thank you. When's the butt sign? Okay. Can you please take over for my voice is shot.
So, Paper's messing around, and Samuel's not going for the instant kill in Noki 7. Shoutouts to a bunch of people like
Reed. Reed has world record in Noki 7.
Yeah, even on
like the 2 peeps who are good at Shadow Mario ILs, who are not Luigi, who is good at every IL.
Although
Fetch.
Although there has been quite some drama about this shine in particular.
Noki 7? Please tell me.
It's quite stupid, but whatever. It's Corona time. Corona time is fast Corona time. Unless Samu is just disappointing me. Which I hope he doesn't.
Yeah, he won't die, right? What would be funny is, like, he could just go up to Bowser's, go to the final platform, rocket up, and then, you know, instead of ground pounding, he resets. I would do that. That would be funny. Please laugh, it's funny. Try and humor.
I'll give you a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, that's about what I'm worth. Just an average dude commentating and not so average run.
Yeah, I mean, this one is still kind of pretty decent. He goes for the Yamato cycle, which is basically the fast cycle if you mess up fast Corona and can't get the fast Corona cycle.
Fast Yamato, I don't know. Don't mess up speedboat, Samu!
Yeah, Samu's just like looking a little bit like J-Pal here.
J-Pal, yeah. Shout out to J-Pal, I heard that dude is like tied world record in Jump to a 3 secret and amazing times and a lot of things, but not RTA.
Yeah, I was about to say,
rising star of the SMS community.
Sure is, Papa. Come on in.
I'm not sure about that, but whatever.
Please give me that.
So, Paper sleeping.
Yeah.
Good night, Paper.
Enough practice for today. No, he's working on the dying in title screen strat. I'm telling you, he's gonna pull it out on Samura1man like as soon as the next race starts and just go into finals and get the big money and replace his control stick.
Yeah, actually, Paper's working on Corona, and he would still not beat Samu because Samu is already in Bowser, gets like a regular Bowser fight.
Yeah, he can't load the same state right now. No, stuff is going on in the race chat, Samu.
1:17:18.
Oh yeah, but like we
by
have
Samu and a 0 time by Paper.
What an incredible time! What a fast player. Knock knock, says the person on the other side of Lara V's door.
Yes, exactly.